thought I was finished when I would ask the more.
I'll grab it. I gotta come back up there. Okay. I don't know. It's coming from the tub, though. Coming from the tub, though. It's coming from the tub.
Looking good, MP. Look out there, MP.
This arena? Yeah, in this arena, this suit, and for this team.
Thanks, Mom.
What's good, MP? Okay, MP, let's turn it around right here.
Small forward, 6'4", number 8, Desmond Collins.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports. NBA action is coming up. Kevin Harlan here with Greg Anthony and a pair of Hall of Famers with us, Doris Burke and David Aldridge. So a moment now to see the story for Walker Kessler.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage, and it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Now a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Derek Lively is out there with Davis. Then it's Exum. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2 spot. And for Utah, the guard pair, it's George and Sexton. The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. And it's Collins in at the 3 spot. We're still in the first stages of the season, Doris. How much are these teams relying on analytics right now?
Kev, this is such a fascinating point you bring up because in the offseason, they look at a substantial amount of data. And what the analytics department does, go to the coaching staff. This is what we know can be effective. And there is definitely an adjustment in strategy happening.
Kessler screen on Irving. From deep, Collins. And Lively pulls it down. Here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
Okay, and he'll get ahead of steam when there's that much of a lane. You can't get in AD's way.
Outside, Sexton. Outside, Collins. Shot clock at 6. From deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Thompson surveying the floor. Pass to Irving. Launches it. Kessler with the rebound. Utah's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Here's Collins. The basket good.
That's an example of using both vision and playmaking ability to find the open teammate. Sexton is a quality floor general.
Now here's Irving. And the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game. Thompson with the bucket.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Jazz have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. It's Collins, high post. He's coming off an unbelievably high-scoring game. Collins, a screen on Thompson. Sexton, and Davis pulls it down. Mavericks have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Now, here's Exum, defended by Sexton. The shot by Thompson, no good. Of course, when you think of the Utah Jazz, where do they fit in a very competitive Western Conference?
Well, think about it, Kev. The Gobert and Mitchell era was successful, but they couldn't get to the ultimate prize. So then you trade those 2 players away, you get a load of picks. This is the direction you've chosen, but now it's going to take some time and some patience.
Dynamic 2-hand jam.
And right in the face of the defender. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Irving. And how about his top 10 ranking and free throw percentage? A knockdown shooter, ultra reliable from the line.
And as you said, one of the NBA's most potent scorers. Always up to the challenge. His top 5 ranking has him right there with the elite. Now, here's Collins. He has been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. And it's the Mavericks on the break, and Davis throws it down.
And really with the off-the-charts explosiveness, Davis just punishes opponents on those alley-oops.
Collins setting the big for Collins. To the paint. Collins kicks to Collins. Shot to stop the run. Anthony Davis with the rebound. And it's Davis with the ball for the Mavericks. Pass to Lively. On the wing, Irving. Defended by George. Shot from 12. Rebound, Utah. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
I thought the striking thing was how little offense they generated. It doesn't matter how stout your defense is when you play that poorly on the offensive end.
Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Mavericks shooting their first free throw of the night. Greg, as you were saying, beyond the blocks, what makes Anthony Davis special on defense is the way he navigates the floor.
Kevin, most bigs can get picked on in pick-and-roll action. Davis, though, too quick and smart to take advantage of. He can slip screens, hedge, switch, and recover like he's a 3-and-D wing.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. I'm told now by our producer, do we have them, guys? Okay, we do. We have a call coming in from Shams Charania. Shams, thanks for joining us. What do you have?
Thanks, guys. Well, after their three-point shooting abandoned them in the finals, the Mavericks have addressed that shortcoming in a major way, acquiring one of the Splash Brothers, Klay Thompson. Klay is eager for a fresh start and an opportunity, I'm told, to add another ring to his championship resume. This should be a match made in heaven.
Without a doubt, Shams Charania with the report. Hey, Shams, thanks. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. I had a chance to catch up with Utah's head coach. Now, when it came to Kyrie Irving, Coach said trying to contain him tonight won't be easy. He told me Kyrie is a fantastic player, but I feel confident that our guys will be all over him tonight. Pretty strong words, guys.
Thanks, David. Collins with some nice D.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
The open look here for Sexton. Hits it from three-point range.
Colin Sexton has proven to be a very capable three-point shooter. Boy, you better be there to contest.
Inside, there's Exum, and finished off by Exum.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit. Small time here. Greg, you love this topic more than anyone when you think about the best ball handlers of all time. Where does Kyrie Irving rank on your list?
Well, you know, I think, Kevin, he's at the very top. I've never seen anyone else pull off some of the things he does. Certainly makes a strong case for the best ever.
Spencer Dinwiddie, one of those players that seems to have improved with every passing season. And his numbers back that up. This guy just keeps getting better.
Well, we know, GA, the Mavs are so adept at hunting the matchups they want. They're patient and methodical.
They never look like they're in a rush, right? Even when you send a double or trap the ball, the Mavs stay calm and know where to go. It's what makes slowing down their pick and roll so difficult. How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Pass to Davis. Over Martin. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Davis has got 9.
How about he has yet to miss 4-4 to start.
Washington against Collins. Martin with the screen for Collins. Back to George. Releases. A rebound by Washington.
And, Kevin, they need to be consistent with their effort on the boards. You look at the box score, and they're at a definite disadvantage.
Here's Dinwiddie. Plays it up and banks it in. And now it's a 10-point Maverick lead.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Outside Collins. And the rejection by Gafford.
Boy, you see the great timing of Daniel Gafford on the defensive end. Boy, a really tough quarter for this guy, just struggling to make shots right now.
And there's the foul. Goes on Mr. Incredible. That's foul number 2 for him. Collier, he's checked in for George. Kyrie Irving, he's checked in for Dallas. 1:11 left in the first quarter. Christie can't make it.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure we don't give him too good of a look.
Collins pass it to Martin. Collins looking around. That 3 off the mark.
This guy just can't find his rhythm, and you look up at the scoreboard, they absolutely need his productivity.
Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot. I'll tell you, this has not been his game, and he's making it worse with shot selection like that.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Washington finds Irving. Washington sets the pick for Irving. Back to Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Collins in the post. Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Dallas. He provided some serious rim protection in that quarter. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They're contesting shots and have also come up with some significant blocks, putting a little doubt into the minds of the opposing shooters.
You know, also, they've been incredible on the fast break, taking those chances, playing with great pace.
They've got Martin. Collier out there with Clarkson. Then it's Collins, and it's Hendricks in at the 5. That's the group right now for Utah. Christie can't make it. Jazz trail by 13. Here's Martin, and finished off by Martin.
Forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how? Brilliant throwdown. Awesome rewind courtesy of the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Pass to Gafford. Dinwiddie against Clarkson. Here's Gafford. Hendricks pulls it in. The Jazz shooting at 36%. They really seem out of sync offensively. Collins wide open. He fires. Off target with his 3.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And he gets it to go.
What a find by Spencer Dinwiddie. Defense keys in on him, and he decides to make the nice pass.
Christie against Collins. Looking to get back on track here. Clarkson finds Collins. Martin with a screen on Christie. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Collins. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. From 13, and the Mavericks getting another bucket right there.
Boy, Spencer Dinwiddie, it's a rare opportunity in the mid-range, but he's got the kind of touch necessary to make it.
From deep, Collins. Collins with another miss.
He is just really almost playing for the other team. The shooting has just been poor.
Jazz trail by 15. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Fires from deep. Collins with another miss.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Dinwiddie against Clarkson. Dinwiddie passes to Christie. Irving from long range. Collins grabs the miss. And here's Collins. He'll bring it up for the Utah Jazz. They'll face the Lakers after this one. That'll be at home. That'll be the final game of this 5-game homestand. And And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. Greg, you look at the great coaches. What are 1 or 2 of the most important qualities for success that you see?
Well, for me, Kevin, I think you got to be able to adapt tactically. I mean, that's huge, and especially in the playoffs. But most important, can you motivate and unify a locker room? That leadership quality is what really puts a coach over the top.
Jazz trail by 17. Right side, Collins. To end the cold streak. What a terrific move that was. Collins has got 9.
And boy, did he ever sell the pump fake. Worked to absolute perfection.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Fires for 3. And Washington is good for 3. He has 6.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Left side, Collins. There's the 3. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Collins has got 5 points now this quarter.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Pass to Christie. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Collins. Here's Collier. Offside Collins. Jazz passing it around. They set the pick. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. That's good by Sensabaugh. Mavericks leading by 13. Dinwiddie outside. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 5 assists tonight.
Wow, that was deep. Spencer Dinwiddie with big-time range.
Outside Collins. To the left wing. Here's Collier, covered by Irving. And it's Collier missing. The Mavericks have gotten exactly half their shots to go down here in the second. 5 of 10 to the left side wing. Now here's Gafford. Defense right on him. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. For Dallas, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts. And so he hits the technical free throw. However you feel about Kyrie Irving, you cannot deny, Doris, he is an elite player still.
Kevin, there are many who consider Kyrie Irving to be the greatest finishing guard in the...
He's making some changes here.
You're in. You make me sweat a little, all right?
Collins finds George. And Davis sends it back.
What a play by Davis. You think you can get it over me? Nuh-uh. Not on my watch.
On the wing, Thompson. 6 points for him. Good work there as it goes.
Assistant, Anthony Davis.
Now Sexton. Out to the right wing. Outside Collins. Lets it go from deep. The Mavericks pull it in. Down low. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And one of the best big men in the game, Davis, continuing to prove
So it's the Dallas Mavericks holding a very comfortable 25-point lead as the quarter comes to a close. Defensively, they have gotten after it, contesting every shot going up. And we'll be back with you shortly.
So, if you've been around this game, you see the trends. What they're doing tonight, that's how a bunch of teams are being built. Playing outside.
And changing. Thank you for being with us.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins. With very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. You look at Anthony Davis in this game, he's been everywhere.
And those extra chances mean so much. And he has shaped the game with the way he's been pulling down those offensive boards.
Really putting his handprint on this game. You love the hustle, you love the work ethic he has had on display.
Getting underway in the second half, here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Kyrie Irving. Davis is out there with Dante Exum. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Lively in at the center. Outside, Davis. Back to Irving. To the middle. Trying to find Thompson. He gets it to him. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Well, taking the initiative right there, Klay Thompson makes it very difficult to challenge without fouling.
First trip to the line for him here.
Taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And so Thompson nails both of them. Jazz shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, thank you very much. Anthony Davis broke his defense down for me. He said, I can block shots, switch on to anybody, guard the pick and roll, I can guard the post, I can guard the pin down. So that's my ability. My ability defensively is to do everything. Kevin?
And he does everything. David, thank you so much. Here's the 3. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got 4 rebounds in this game. And Sexton has it in the corner. Sexton gets a screen from Collins. Out to the right wing. The 3. Mavericks with the rebound. Davis has got 9 rebounds now tonight. In the corner, Irving with it. Takes a 3. Tries again. And it's Lively laying it in.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Collins, good.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Irving looking over the floor. Driving in over George. No good from Irving.
That's 1 for their first 4 to start the second half.
Collins dishes to Sexton. Outside Collins. Collins setting the pick for Collins. Collins with another miss.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Boy, beautiful shot off contact. That is what you get with a bigger guard like Klay Thompson.
Outside Collins. Collins setting the pick for Collins. Just 3 to shoot. Pass to George. And they get it back. This one for 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. George has got his 3rd basket of the night.
And developing that 3-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
outside Davis. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. A shot's good from Irving.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Sexton the pass to George. Kessler setting the pick for Collins. There's a screen by Collins. Clock at 4.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference.
Calls timeout, and the league trying to get a bit more competition in the All-Star game. You got any ideas there?
Well, cash prizes seem to work well for the in-season tournament. Even a little something might help up the ante just a bit.
The pairing up front, it'll be Collins and Kessler. The guard pair, it's George and Sexton. And it's Collins in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group right now for Utah. And George kicks to Collins. Back to George. Pass to Collins. Three-pointer. The Jazz again can't hit it.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Well, nice job crashing the glass. You'd love to see that kind of effort.
Looking to get it going. Christie with the rebound. Dallas has gotten some tough luck from three-point range. In the fourth quarter, they've hit just 1 of 6 from deep. To the inside. They double him with George. Christie the pass to Hardy. Kessler with the rebound. Kessler's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And here's Collins from outside. Buries the long-range jumper. Collins has got 22 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Pass to Hardy. That falls. Nice feed that time from Dinwiddie.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Here's Collins. Outside for Sexton. Christie against Collins. And he banks in the layup. Collins has got 12 points in just the second half.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does.
And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter. Right? You think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
Back to Dinwiddie. Over George. Dinwiddie with the bucket.
This guy has been a catalyst for them all game long. What a job leading them to this lead.
Outside Collins. Beyond the arc. Sexton dishes to Collins. Fires the three. Kept alive. Collins off target at the rim.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Collins with it. Defended by Dinwiddie. It's Collins with the drive. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's. The Mavericks shooting about 47% here in the fourth. Hardy passes to Dinwiddie. To the right side. Washington against Collins. Puts one up from 19. Rebound, Utah. Outside Collins. Well, a trend that we've seen over the past couple years is that the league is getting younger, Doris, than ever before.
And Kevin, that's a product of players starting to train seriously at a young age. And what they're training is their skill level, handling, passing, and shooting. The key here is, do they have a nuanced understanding of the game? There is where the growth has to come, but it is definitely getting younger.
Here's Dinwiddie. Utah with the rebound. Collins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Sexton. And no good. And it's Dinwiddie with the ball. Bringing it up now for the Mavericks. After the screen on George. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Gafford. Hits some rim on the way in, and the bucket's good. Gafford's got 6 points in the quarter.
Boy, there was some contact there, but Gafford able to use his size to finish.
And here's Collins from outside. Bounce pass Kessler. Kessler is screen on Christie. Collins against Christie. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Mavericks.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort. They got everyone involved.
And it'll advance their win total up to 12 on the season.
And they really had a dominant run of games against this opponent this year. They played them 3 times and won every one.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys. And looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Anthony Davis.
Well, you couldn't help but notice how well this guy protected the rim. There was an intimidation factor thanks to his defense. No easy shots in his neighborhood tonight.
Finishing strong. This is how you want to close things out.
No question. They've gotten hot at exactly the right time. Clutch play on a team level.
Dallas making a switch here. Dinwiddie's checked in. On deep, Collins. The Mavericks pull it in.
He needs to drive to the rim. The shot just not going.
George against Dinwiddie. Martin the pass to Washington. Outside for Martin. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. It's been several possessions since they've converted.
And they've got to find a way to change that.
Player standing out of bounds violation. Mavericks ball.
So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. A
Don't beat yourself up till you check the tape.
It's okay. They wanted it more. They're a good team, but we got you. So we're going to win.
who were the top rookie last month and every month.
A peek into the locker room. Players soaking in the last few moments before the game. Some final preparations here. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson, Coach Stan Van Gundy, Hall of Famer. Now let's check out the Western Conference standings and see how they look here in December. Looking at the Lakers, here in the early going, they're in 8th place. And, of course, there's Utah. Quite a bit of space between these two.
When I look at the Lakers, I really think they've been hit and miss thus far. I mean, they are a playoff-level team, but are they championship level? Probably not.
Yeah, and that's not a knock on them. This is where most people expected them to be. They just don't have the talent to be up there with the contenders.
And now the Los Angeles starters. At the forward slots, it's LeBron and Hachimura. Then it's Luka Doncic. Then there's Jackson Hayes. And it's Goodwin in at the 2. And for Utah, Collins and Kessler there in the middle. Keontae George out there with Jordan Clarkson. And it's Collins in at the small forward position. Well, Grant, this is the time of year when these teams are starting to know what they have.
Yeah, B.A., sometimes it takes a while with personnel changes or coaching changes, too. But now you have a good chunk of games under your belt, and the camaraderie has grown.
George feels it out a bit, launches it, sinks it from distance.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's James, and slam dunk by James.
Did you guys see that? What an insane slam.
And you got to have some hang time to pull that off. Now here's Collins. Just 5 to shoot. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off. off in time. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's James. And it's James with the jam.
It doesn't get much better than that. LeBron putting some muscle on the slam.
Clarkson outside. Takes a 13-footer. Hachimura with a rebound.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
And there's James on the assist from Hachimura. James has got 7 points in the game. The Jazz have gone 1 for 3 so far. Collins a screen. To halt the run. And that's good. His first bucket of the game. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here. Doncic passes to Hachimura. Here's Goodwin. 15 in his last outing. Shoots over Collins. That shot missing. James against Collins. Kessler a screen. James with a steal. Finished off the break. He's got 9.
Well, he's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
And Utah calls time here. And now that we're into December, let's check in on the Rookie of the Year race. And this year's rookie class has been an exceptionally fun one to watch. So I'm sure fans want to know who's out in front. Well, you look at Collins. What a tremendous start to his rookie campaign. Checking in at second in the race. Lots of time to grab that top spot.
It's obvious why he's ranked second currently. His talent is really impressive.
Well, he deserves to be ranked this high. This guy is one special player.
And so it's Doncic with it. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 4-point game. All right, guys, we're lucky to have Shams Charania joining us now. Our 2K insider calling in with a story. What do you got, Shams?
Thanks, guys. The Lakers this summer signing first-time head coach J.J. Redick. He's a veteran of 15 seasons. And the sharpshooter's rise in broadcasting had been meteoric. The Lakers really want Redick to be their long-term head coach. But the question, with an aging superstar in LeBron, how much patience will exist in L.A. for Redick learning on the job?
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. Okay, Shams, thank you. Throws it up high, and Collins with the slam.
Well, great to see in-sync offense like this. The pass is perfectly timed, and Collins rises up and puts it down.
The Lakers lead by 5. Doncic passes to Goodwin, and there's James from the arc. And no good.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Here's Collins. Oh, he got him with a pump fake, but he couldn't finish. The Lakers have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Basket's good. James has got 14 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
The head coach of the Jazz gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He had a sleepless night trying to figure out how to stop Luka Doncic. He said it's rare to see a player force the other 9 players on the floor to play at his pace. It's very methodical. Like a machine, he said Doncic shows no mercy. Brian?
And Allie, thank you for that. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. Now Los Angeles with it. They're on a 14-4 run. Now Doncic turned in an outstanding game against Oklahoma City.
All eyes on Luka. The defense forgot about his teammates.
Jazz trail by 9. And here's George. Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Clarkson with the ball. No points yet. George outside.
And you think to yourself, this is not how you want to start a game. 3 turnovers already?
All right, the Jazz making a change here. Sexton's checked in.
Number 2, Colin Sexton.
Here's Hachimura. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that one on John Collins.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for Los Angeles?
Well, they're playing with great pace, pushing the ball up the floor and attacking before the defense can get set.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Free throw good. Hachimura will stand since trading Rudy Gobert and Donovan Mitchell in 2022. The Utah Jazz have done some reshaping of their roster.
Yeah, and Brian, it's clear that they're not done. The tinkering continues. They're going to continue to move pieces around until they find what they think can become a championship contending team.
Timeout called. The Jazz. Martin, he's checked in for Kessler. Hendricks comes in for Collins. Collins, he's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Collier in for George. And the Lakers will go for a different look here. Finney-Smith's checked in for Hayes. Vanderbilt comes in for Hachimura. Connect's checked in for James. And Vincent is subbed in for Goodwin. That free throw good from Sexton. And remember, despite a great start to his career, Colin Sexton was traded after his 4th year, Coach.
Yeah, well, Brian, seems like everybody gets traded at some point now, and Sexton has responded well to that deal. He understands it's not personal, it's a business. He deserves a lot of credit for what he's done.
And 2 sides to that coin, too. The team that traded you, there's also a team that wanted you in trade.
So true.
Utah shooting their 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw no good.